It's good to know a couple of languages.
So I speak 3 languages. My native language is French. Then I actually learned English and German. So today I can say I'm trilingual.
Well, I only know one and probably not very good. It's Russian and English only so much.
I used to speak 4 languages, but now I only speak Spanish and English, but my other 2 languages were Papiamento and Dutch.
So I speak 3 languages actually. One is Japanese, 2 is Chinese, 3 is English, and I'm learning Spanish.
I know 3 languages. One is Hindi, one is Punjabi, and one is English.
I currently know 2 languages, one being Telugu and another one being English.
At least not 2, but 3 languages.
I speak little Italian, some Thai.
How much we use like another language.
It's much more helpful when you travel, when you work in every company around the world. It's much easier to communicate between all nations.
I get to communicate to people who I usually don't talk to.
I think that we should know more languages to communicate with other people and understand other people.
Because it helps us communicate with the world, making the world a much better place.
I can brag, that's one.
For today, economy, and for today, globalization.
Really poetry if you don't know native language, where it's poetry have been here. It becomes very difficult to appreciate.
If you hear something translated, their actual feeling is gonna be erased. You have to know in their native language what they're thinking, what they're believing in.
Building your new skills, opportunity for yourself, and better education bring to yourself, to your family, and to your work.
Because it's annoying not knowing what they're saying and what they say, what you're saying to them. It feels really weird.
You know when people are talking about you.
There's a much bigger world out there, more people think in different way, and you would never expect that.
And to be able to travel and have friends from different countries.
It will actually open your mind.
You can tell people that live in the country or something you're lost and all.
Back with the Eastern Bloc, so Russian was mandatory language in schools, like in Poland, for example. My wife, she knew 4 languages when he was growing up. She only speaks 2 now. She was fluent in speaking 4.
Sometimes I speak more fluent in English, so I'll talk to my parents in English because they also know English. When it comes to my relatives in India who aren't well versed in English and other languages, I'll talk to them in Telugu mainly because I want them to know what I'm saying. Sometimes I'll have to speak English with them because their parents tell me to speak English with them to get better, so their English improves, which is more comfortable for me.
I went to Japanese school, that's why I can speak Japanese, and Chinese is my parents spoke in Chinese and all other relatives speak in Chinese, so that's why I know that one.
My experiences is to have lived obviously here for a long time, so I use English all the time. I've had interesting stories about mispronouncing words and people not understanding me, or miscommunication because of accents or wrong preposition or something like this. And I would encourage everybody to learn languages.
Surviving here, you can't really go to English school without speaking English. So I kind of learned. I had to speak. So
Basically, in India there are so many languages, and if you don't understand their language, it's difficult to understand a person. If if you don't know the language.
Too, like in Spain, I was able to talk to waiters, unlike like the rest of my group and stuff. And also, whenever I visit Aruba, people don't think I'm a tourist because I can speak Spanish.
Actually, every language has their own culture and
Alexander Pope, who is part of poet here, right? Whatever, 19th century. He has this Raven, famous poem. I read in 5 translations. The same poem in 5 translations. They're all different, all different.
I feel like some languages are similar and other languages are completely different. Like Chinese, it's more pictures rather than like letters.
You need teachers to start with. Unless you come here before age like 12, it's very difficult to.
so it is important to learn a language to. You don't need to be master in that language, but still you need to.
If you really want to study, you gotta go to that country.
Try to talk to them in Russian. They might know some words because Polish is close.
So in English, there's like homophones and homonyms that was also confusing to some people that I talked to.
People are trying to pronounce my name correctly. It's always hard. And has been
Like your world and like your perspective is gonna like increase a lot.
I feel pretty good about myself because I know another language.
If there's like someone who can't learn English, then they can learn a language that's like easier or something. If everyone's just the same, it kind of gets boring. But then like you never get bored because you just can learn a new language and like talk to newer people.
I don't know. It's a little bit tough task.